This is my 2015 Yamaha FZ07, and today we're going to remove the air snorkel from the Airbox, which is right under here. Alright, so in order to remove this infamous air snorkel, we got to remove the rear seat. Well, actually, I guess we don't need to remove it, but I already did. Then we remove the main seat. There's a bolt here, and there's another bolt here, and the whole seat comes off. Now, right in front of the battery is the air intake and the air snorkel, and there's 4 screws that we have to take out in order to get this air snorkel off and out. So now we take the snorkel and basically cut it off of the mounting base. So this modification has sort of turned out to be controversial because supposedly this year of the FZ07 is known to run rich. How true that is, I don't really know. If you do a Google search, you'll see a bunch of claims saying the opposite, is that it actually runs lean. But the interesting thing for me is that I actually have talked to a couple different dealerships, and I actually spoke directly to multiple service technicians, and all the ones I talked to said and agreed on the idea that this year the FZ07 runs rich from the factory. According to their claims, this little air snorkel is just a little bit too restrictive. So unless they had no idea what they're talking about, just blatantly lying to me, or they just misinterpreted whatever data they had access to, I don't know. If I were basing this purely on just stuff I read on the internet, I might not do it. But this is coming from service technicians that I directly spoke to. I'm inclined to mostly believe them, but who knows? Alright, so we've got this thing all cut off. I've smoothed over these edges as best as I can. And hopefully it'll be good enough. I mean, it has to be better than the snorkel sticking out, right? Alright, so put it back, replace all the screws, and do not over tighten these screws. Put the seats back on. And there, just like that, we are ready to take this thing for a test ride. Let's get geared up and take it for a spin and see if we notice anything. So far, I'm tempted to say that I might feel just a little bit more peppiness. But with that said, I would say it's kind of hard to be sure because I'm not sure how much of a difference a modification like this really makes at the end of the day. Now again, I talked to actual Yamaha motorcycle mechanics at a motorcycle dealership. It wasn't just one, it was multiple. I'm inclined to believe them. So far the bike feels good. I can't say that it feels like noticeably worse or anything in case these guys were just completely wrong. It is hard for me to say whether or not this really makes a noticeable difference. Maybe what I think I'm feeling is a little more peppiness is placebo. It's hard to say. So I guess my point is that it's that marginal. But with all that said, this is a pretty quick, easy mod. The bike seems to be running great, so it's not like I've massively screwed anything up. Like I said, it's an easy enough modification. It's free. You can do it yourself. It doesn't take that long. At the end of the day, this is probably a whole lot of overthinking. It's just one of those things where I'm just curious about it. You know, I had these techs tell me that I should do this, that FZ and MT07s run rich from the factory, and that if I wanted to get better airflow and some more horsepower, I should remove that air snorkel. I don't know, but I've done it, and the bike's still running and running well. On that note, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.